Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Study of the Way of Mastery. I was off for a bit with COVID, and so I'm back now, so looking forward to it. Today, we continue with Lesson 1, The Way That Calls You Home. And the last section here, there's not a lot here, but we're just gonna cover it anyway. It might feel repetitive, but we'll just cover it. A couple paragraphs today, and then tomorrow we'll probably finish up with this Lesson 1, and then we'll dive into Lesson 2 in a day or two. And this section 3 is the way of the heart calls you home. So I'm just going to skip over to paragraphs 3 and 4. And Jeshua says, "We begin now the way of the heart. It is time to step into the willingness to don the mantle of one committed to healing every obstacle to the presence of love that may yet remain secretly hidden in the depth of that part of your mind that would struggle to be separate from God. And to remember that you are truly the light that can come to shine lovingly upon every aspect of darkness you have known." Some of the words that jump out to me here, it's time to step into the willingness. We don't have to know how to do all of this. Jeshua, and in this teaching, is going to give us practices and exercises that will help us. But the key here is just the willingness, the want to be committed to healing every obstacle to the presence of love. And those obstacles are all the things that trigger you in your daily life. You don't have to go searching far and wide. Somebody annoys you, boom, there's an obstacle to the presence of love. Somebody cuts you off and you get annoyed, there's an obstacle to the presence of love. A family member is doing something that triggers you, obstacle to the presence of love. You see something on the news that gets you anxious or fearful, obstacle to the presence of love. We don't have to look far for these things. They're everywhere. So it's just but having a commitment to heal these things. And Jeshua says that they may yet remain secretly hidden in the depth of that part of your mind that would struggle to be separate from God. So it's hidden to us. It's unconscious. We don't go around thinking, oh, there's an obstacle to the presence of love. We get reactive. We get angry. We get frustrated. We feel hopeless. We feel like a victim. Like those are the things. But they're subconscious to us. So there's a line and there's a lesson in A Course in Miracles that says you're not upset for the reason you think. It's not really the person that cut you off. It's something underneath that. It's the meaning you're giving that. And there are exercises to kind of uncover those things. But it's just a recognition that there's a part of our mind that, is hidden to us. And we're going to do the work to uncover it. To uncover it. And he says to remember that you are truly the light. This is identity work. Let us always go back to, I am the light. I am literally the light, the sunbeam to the sun, as is said earlier in this chapter. And I can come to shine lovingly upon every aspect of darkness, the absence of light that I've known. Another way to think about darkness is, and this is from Paul Selig's work and his channeling of the guides, is the denial of the divine. Where have I denied the divine? It's very simple. And then in the next paragraph 4, Jeshua says, and this is a lighter, more of a playful paragraph. He says, along the pathway of this course, you're going to learn how to shake hands with the devil and to do a little jig with him and recognize his face to be your own. When you can dance with the darkness that you have created, that darkness is transformed into an angel, and light abides with light. So over the course of what we're going to be learning and practicing in the way of mastery, you're going to learn there's a lightness there. You're going to shake hands with the devil, like, oh my God, the devil, like I don't want to shake hands with him or it or whatever. But that's the whole point. It's like we're not going to take our fears so seriously. We're not going to take our judgment so seriously. We're just going to start to see over and over and over again the greatest hits of the ego. And when we can start to see how ubiquitous it is in our life, how it's everywhere, our feelings of not enough, our feelings of lack, our feelings of separation, our feelings of being not supported by life, being unworthy of love, all the things that all our quote unquote issues, when we start to see them, they pop up in our romantic relationships, they pop up in our relationship with our kids, with our parents, with our family, at our coworkers. It's everywhere. When we start to see how it's everywhere, we can start to create some separation from how serious we take our own thinking and our own feelings sometimes. And so we'll see where it shows up. We'll do a little jig. Oh my gosh, look, I'm dancing with insecurity. I'm dancing with this. I'm afraid that I'm going to stand out and be rejected by the crowd. So let me play small and fit in. There it is again. Let me do a little dance with that. And recognize that all of these things out there, the devils out there, are just reflections of what is happening inside of me. It's a recognize the face to be my own. It's all happening inside of me, which is empowering because then it's within my domain, within my dominion and sovereignty to make a different choice. And he says, when you can dance with the darkness that you created, which is again the denial of the divine, then that darkness is transformed into an angel, and light abides with light. You call in more light. So a light paragraph here, a playful language by Jeshua. We have one or two more sections here just to finish up lesson 1, and then we dive into lesson 2, which is titled You Create Your Experience. That's going to be a juicy one. Thanks for listening, and I'm going to be more consistent now that I'm healthy. So I'll see you next time. Have a great day.